Hello Pisces, and welcome to your reading for the week of October 1 through 14, 2024. This is a reading if you're a Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising, or have another significant Pisces placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. As those of you who watch regularly know, this is the reading according to the 12 houses of astrology with another card in the center. Our main deck is Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche. The secondary deck that I use is the Spirit Within Tarot. That's what I'm using this week anyway. And then I usually do an oracle poll, and I'm going to be using the Black Moon astrology cards this week. There is a lot going on in the astrology this week. Before I start getting into that, just a reminder, my website and my social media are in the description box below. If you want to follow my morning live streams where I do a daily reading, or if you want to check out any of my services and classes, the new school that I've opened and different things, all the information about that is on my website, which is in the description box under this video. Okay, so this is a really going to be a very challenging month for a lot of people. We're starting actually with a grand water trine, which is very nice, and that includes you because you are a water sign. Saturn, of course, is still in Pisces, and we've got Mars in Cancer, and we've got Venus in Scorpio, although Venus will be moving into Sagittarius this month. We have Pluto going direct this month at the middle of the month. We have a full moon coming up in Aries. We have a solar eclipse on the 2nd in Libra, and this will be the last of the Aries-Libra eclipses on that axis. So there's a lot of revelations, a lot of unfinished business finally being finished. There could be, and there's going to be some tumult this month. Mars is going to be in opposition to Pluto. It's going to be square to Saturn in Pisces, in your house. So there's a potential for a lot of landmines this month, a lot of things being explosive. At one point, Mars in Cancer is going to be conjunct Jupiter retrograde, and that's at a particular degree it's at. That has been one in the past that's been a little bit testy. Certainly on a global stage, you have to watch out for escalation of conflict and things like that because the energies are very, very powerful. We've got some extra galactic things going on too, a lot of geomagnetic storms. We've got a quote-unquote second moon, which is really an asteroid that's going to be for a short time moving in with the same orbit as our moon and nearby, kind of crossing around the Earth. You're not going to be able to see it with the naked eye, but it's there. And also there's going to be a comet showing up from about, I think they said it's visible, I think it becomes, its brightness will become visible from around October 12th, but probably between the 14th and the 24th in the evening in the western sky is probably going to be the best viewing, at least from what I've been told from where I'm at. And then there's also a potential supernova that might happen this month. So all of these things are all big heralds of change. You've got eclipses, you've got comets, and if you recall, we had this kind of energy back in April. So we are in for another big wild ride this month. Now, where it's going to lead is anybody's guess. Some people are doom and gloom with it. The projections that I've seen through channeling and others are not so doom and gloom. It's just like, no, this is kind of the last gasp of an old era. So we just kind of need to hang tight for this month. Now let's get into your reading. In your first house, you've got Seth. So, you may not be feeling, you may be feeling kind of prickly towards everybody around you recently, and you have it with Sphinx. So this seems to indicate that maybe you're withdrawing Pisces. Maybe you just don't. There's a sense here of almost when Seth shows up in the first house, there's almost a sense of everybody's out to get me. And which, again, that might be extreme, or you may just be perceiving the world very negatively at this point. But it is saying there may be something going on internally that you're projecting out externally. You have it with the Knight of Pentacles. So this is the idea of moving along with something slowly and steadily, keeping your feet on the ground. It could be that, you've had a lot of ungrounded energy recently, and maybe there's just been surprises and things or unexpected things that have left you feeling withdrawn and defensive, at least in some cases. But this is just basically saying just stay grounded and take things one step at a time for right now. Financially, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, so there seems to be some changes. I feel like these are going to be positive changes. Certainly with fire here, you may be inspired. There may be ambitions, plans for your money, maybe things you want to do, whether it has to do with saving money, paying off debts, investing in something, whether it be actual, what we think of as stock market investments, or whether we're thinking of it as investing in, buying a house or something like that. something that you might invest in. But the Wheel of Fortune does indicate a turn in our fortunes, and it's something that we don't have to reach for. It generally comes to us. This feels like a good combination, so this doesn't feel like a downturn in fortune. It feels like it's going to be an uptick, so that I think is good news. If we look at your third house, your Gemini house, okay, we have the King of Swords with water. Now, this has to do with travel, short-term travel anyway, like short distances. It can have to do with messages and communications primarily. That's mainly what the third house is about. Can have to do with commerce too, in the sense of if you are, self-employment and things like that. Sometimes sibling relationships as well. We do have water here, so I feel like there could be a short trip somewhere, maybe to water. Okay, but there is there's definitely a sense of movement and change that's coming through something. Maybe there's going to be messages about movement and change, if not actual physical movement and change. But we have the King of Swords, so there's this very decisive energy here. King of Swords could be somebody who's just very cold, clinical, and logical. Could even be a legal person, potentially. But there seems like there's going to be some kind of communications from this person that are going to move and change things for you. This could also be you having to make decisions. Maybe these are decisions you haven't really wanted to make. There's this energy of you kind of wanting to withdraw from things. But there may be some things that you're waking up to where you have to face a decision. And so these may be communications that are coming in this month. Now, this is really interesting. In your home sector, you've got the Ankh with the Knight of Cups. So this is a very strong romance indicator. This is almost like Knight of Cups is romantic invitations, and Ankh is definitely a card connected to romance. It can be connected to just enjoyment of life in general, but there's definitely this idea of very pleasant invitations coming. And they seem to be connected to the home, or maybe even through the family. Maybe somebody's gonna, if you're single, maybe you're gonna be introduced to somebody through your family. I don't know, but there's a romantic invitation here for sure, and it's connected to your home sector. So take that as it resonates here. But yeah, certainly if you're somebody looking for love, this is a rather surprising place to see these cards. But there's definitely a strong omen of this. If you're saying, well, new romance is not in question, you're married or past being in relationships, then certainly there seems to be an invitation to do something that really makes you happy or brings you joy. And again, this may be coming through your family or just is connected to your home sector somehow. Okay, let me jump around a little bit here. I want to look over here at let's look at your job houses. Let's start with the 6th house here. This is also the house of health. It's Virgo energy. You have the 2 of Pentacles with Thoth. Okay, so Thoth is a card of good health, okay, and it is in the health house. So there may have been recent doctor's visits for some of you or things like that, but Thoth is generally an indicator of things going well or turning out well in terms of health matters. Now the 2 of Pentacles has to do with keeping a lot of plates spinning. The need to kind of stay in the present with things, because you may be juggling a lot of things right now. That could be stressing you out, could be affecting your mental health. Maybe you want to be able to put something down. But whatever it is, it's kind of like you're flowing with change right now. And Thoth, if it's not directly a health omen, it can actually just have to do with the idea that there's something karmic about what's going on right now. Like there's something that you're doing, some kind of service you're providing or some kind of work you're doing that for whatever reason you may be very busy with it right now, but it's the right time to do it for some reason, or the right time to complete it. If I look at your 10th house up here, you've got interesting. You've got Ta here, which is 10th house is the house of Capricorn, and this is the card of Capricorn. So this is about persistence and hard work and building things up, brick by brick. That's in your house of career, legacies, like what it is that you're giving back to the world. So there's something that you're building here, something that you're working at, and you're doing it at the right time. There's something that's very timely about it, and it may keep you very busy right now. But you have the Ace of Wands. This could even be something new. Maybe there's a lot of fiery energy. We're seeing it with your finances, and I'm seeing this new fire that's lit here with the Ace of Wands. This is energy that says, I have a spark. I'm ready to do something new. I'm ready to kind of start over and to do something new. This is new energy, and as I said, for some of you, this could be a new job, new career, maybe something for which you are going to be doing some very hard work. But again, this seems to be work that is very grounding, very satisfying. There's a lot of strong grounding elements. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, you've got the 2 of Pentacles. And you've got Ta, you've got a lot of these things that are kind of grounding you. So there may be a focus on finances, and there may be a determination to make a very kind of new and effective start, or just starting to build something new for yourself in your career. But whatever it is, there's definitely seems like there's been a lot of hard work going on. Very inspired hard work, though. I don't know that it's hard work that you mind doing. Okay, now ninth house. Okay, remember I said I saw water down here? Well, now I'm seeing Anubis in the ninth house. So to me, somebody's definitely taking a trip. Somebody's traveling. And there's an element of risk here. You've got the Fool. So whatever it is that you're doing, this may be just like a F it, I'm gonna go out and I'm taking a vacation kind of a thing. I mean, there could be that kind of an element, but I don't know. There's some kind of a journey here, a journey for which you will be safe, by the way, because Anubis does involve safety and travel, and it does usually indicate travel in this house. This is the house of long journey. So we have a short journey and we have a long journey. So I don't know. I feel like definitely between the two, there's some kind of a trip here in the offing for some of you. And the Fool could indicate that it's taking a risk. Maybe you're going out to meet somebody. Maybe you're going out and looking at job possibilities. Maybe, or maybe you're just in the middle of things, just saying, you know what, I need some time to myself right now, like we're seeing over here. So I don't know. There's some kind of a risk that you're taking here, but it doesn't feel like a bad thing. Whatever it is, Anubis does indicate protection in these matters. Now, if I look at your 8th house of transformation, you've got air. Okay, air in the 8th house definitely means messages from spirit. It does seem like if you are somebody who connects with spirit guides or ancestors or whatever, there's definitely the idea that someone's trying to get through to you, trying to get a message to you. We have it with the 5 of Wands. So the 5 of Wands is this card of competition. There's a struggle going on here, and there's a lot of distractions right now. And I think that may be part of what's going on here. It may be telling you to focus. You may need to ground and focus your energy right now, because I think there's been too many people who are demanding your attention and kind of pulling you in a lot of different directions. And but this is all just play fighting. I mean, and some of it might even be competitiveness. So you don't need to play that game. I feel like an air, is going to bring change, and it's not going to be change that's going to be, none of this is cataclysmic change. There's some annoyances that may go with it, but ultimately it's not, like this Wheel of Fortune. It's going to be something that kind of moves kind of naturally. It's going to flow naturally. 2 of Pentacles has to do with that flows naturally as well. So I feel like you're going to be flowing into certain changes that you don't need to struggle and you don't need to fight. This could even be you fighting with it, and you don't really need to be doing that. Because whatever it is, it's directing you where you need to go. Now, if I look at the 11th house of Aquarius, okay, we have Scarab with the Page of Cups. Now, this could mean new friendships, okay, when Scarab, because this is always something new when this card shows up. So you could be making new alliances, new networks, new friends. This could also be a new hope or a wish, some new thing that you want to do, because this has to do with the things you want to manifest. And you have it with the Page of Cups, so I don't know. Now, the fact that I'm seeing the Knight of Cups down here, maybe you're thinking of moving in with somebody. Maybe you're moving in with somebody. Maybe it's a friend who's become a lover. But these are definitely messages, and they're and they represent, and there's some kind of a new beginning here that we're seeing, or some kind of a change. I haven't looked at the love houses yet. I'm going to do that in a minute. Let me look at your house, your Pisces energy, 12th house. Yeah, you've got Hathor with the 7 of Pentacles. So right now, this is an energy of trying to get things together, trying to get organized. This is your own house, Pisces. 12th house is about both imagination and it's basically our imaginations and where it can take us, and our intuition, and also where we have self-doubt and where we delude ourselves. So we have the 7 of Pentacles. So I don't know. I feel like you're trying to evaluate whether a particular situation is worth it. With Hathor here, this could literally be something around a woman or involving a woman, or maybe even a parental figure. I don't know. But Hathor can also just mean the things that you're working on, what you've built. Okay, Hathor to me has a very strong home vibe, like the Queen of Pentacles. So it's kind of like what you've built, where your security is, and what you do to maintain or to establish that. It's very strong feminine energy here. And there's a sense here of trying to see, whether or not a particular situation is growing the way we want it to, or whether or not you want to make a change. There definitely seems to be a restlessness here. There may be a feeling of wanting to make some kind of a change, and maybe feeling resistance or pushback on that. Let's look at your 5th and 7th houses, which are your relationship houses. Okay, so we have Sirius and Strength. Okay, this is interesting because this, for those of you who are looking for love, this suggests somebody very strong and physically active. Maybe somebody who plays sports, or they could be a personal trainer or something, or just having that kind of energy around them. So you might be interested in somebody like this. Sirius can also indicate a strong physical attraction to somebody. Okay, so that may be the case for some of you. With strength, though, there's a sense of something having to do with ethics or ethical behavior too. So I don't know. Maybe there's somebody. Maybe this person you're interested in. Maybe they're dating somebody else, or maybe there's some kind of consideration where you're like, is it really wise of me to get involved with this person? But there definitely seems to be a strong physical attraction. And when I look over here in the 7th house, you have this Queen of Wands energy. Now, this could be somebody else, but this also could be you. The Queen, whoever this is, the Queen of Wands is a very, very attractive person, okay? Now, I don't know. Maybe there's somebody you like who's very physically attractive. Maybe this is their girlfriend. Maybe you think if this is a, I don't know, this is somebody who likes men looking at this reading, or, I don't know, could be other women, I suppose, but Queen of Wands is just this very attractive female figure. Now, this could be somebody else. Maybe that's the person intimidating you over there. That's a possibility. Maybe you're putting yourself down, saying and hiding, saying, "Oh, I'm not as good as this other person." That could be for some of you. But this could also be you. This could be saying, "No, people are looking at you this way." Queen of Wands is somebody who is very attractive to people, very ambitious, somebody who is seen. Okay. So male or female. Actually, this is somebody with you may have this strong interest. And you have the Pyramid card. Excuse me. And Pyramid is about something that's going to take time. So I don't know. If the person you're interested in, I feel like for some of you, this may be somebody who's either just gotten out of a relationship or maybe just needs some time. Maybe they're a bit commitment phobic. Maybe they've had a bad relationship before and are not quite ready for prime time. But at the same time, there's definitely the sense here of somebody who wants to move in with somebody. I mean, there's definitely some kind of an invitation here. So, and maybe this person has gotten out of a relationship with somebody, maybe who you feel is still going to be in the picture here. And so you're worried about that. But Pyramid seems to just indicate a test situation that's going to be resolved with time. There's really nothing. Okay. And actually, now looking back at this first house, I have a feeling that maybe you have the opportunity, some of you, for a dream relationship or from somebody you're really attracted to. But again, maybe there's this other person in the picture, this competition, and this person's making you feel like, this is your first house and how others see you and your self-image. You may be putting yourself down saying, "Oh, I can't compete with that." I think that's definitely the case for some of you here. That there may be, you may assume there's somebody else in the picture. But I don't know, but you've got this very legitimate invitation here. And overall, you've got Lotus, which is saying, not to worry about things. You've got it with the 3 of Cups. So, I mean, sometimes, 3 of Cups can be third-party energy. But honestly, with this, I feel like it's more just like there's a reason to celebrate. It may be saying that you have a lot of great things going on here. You have a lot of possibilities with jobs, with things that you're moving ahead with. It looks like you're going to be inspired with regard to money. There's changes. There could be trips. Maybe the Fool. Maybe you're taking a trip with this person too. Maybe you're going to take a long journey. Maybe people are saying, "What, are you crazy?" Maybe you don't feel like you know this person well enough, or maybe it seems risky in some way. But yeah, for some of you, I think there's a lot of this around a romance where you may be putting yourself down. You may feel that you are not good enough for this person. That I feel that story seems to be coming out very strongly for at least one person watching this. And so again, stay realistic, stay grounded, stay with the facts. Don't hide yourself here, because I think you are very attractive and you are very much seen. And I'm not seeing anything here that seems to indicate that this person, if you're thinking that this person's not going to be faithful to you because maybe you don't think you're good looking enough or whatever, I'm not seeing that here. Okay, I think this is telling you that you want to put your feet on the ground. Be realistic, and also just to, I feel like this is more, in other words, it's not that this person, not that you're not attractive enough to this person or that this person prefers the competition. It's that you're criticizing yourself. That's really what it comes down to. So interesting turn there. That wasn't kind of how I expected it to go as I was reading through the cards, but I do feel like that is the narrative for some people. For others, it just seems like this is a time when there's, a lot of possibilities here, but you kind of want to get people out of your way who are, maybe people who are maybe making you feel less than what you are. You know what I mean? I feel like you're down on yourself lately, and there's a lot of things here that just suggest no, there's reasons to celebrate, not to be down on yourself. And I feel like Spirit's trying to tell you that as well. Let's see, what does Pisces need? Okay, yeah, you've got Virgo here. You've got the Virgo card, I analyze. So yeah, you're kind of, Virgo's kind of a worrywart energy. I mean, it can be a perfectionist energy too, but I don't know. There's something here about you feeling, there's been like a change up in your routine, or that there's going to be a change up in your routine. And Virgo just kind of reminds us to get organized, to focus on the details. There's a lot here about getting focused and not letting yourself be distracted, and also not putting yourself down. There's definitely an energy of that. So I feel like the things you're worried about, this is, I'm not seeing here, if I go back to your worry house, your Virgo house, something is going on here that is happening for you at the right time. This card basically is telling you that you need to just stay in the present with what's going on. So I think a practical and grounded approach is what's going to get you through things, but also don't let yourself get carried away with negative thoughts or, kind of these emotions are running high this month. So just bear that in mind. You are a very emotional sign. And of course you have Saturn there. So Saturn tends to be a little bit of a taskmaster. But I do think that you are moving towards some really great things, and maybe even towards a really good relationship with somebody. So don't talk yourself out of it, I guess is what we're trying to say here. Anyway, I hope this reading was helpful to you, Pisces. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the middle of the month.